Welcome back to the Expensive Coins History channel. Listen carefully, because what you're about to hear could completely change the way you look at the coins sitting quietly in your home right now. There are people, ordinary people, who once held coins in their hands without realizing their true worth. Coins they spent without a second thought. Coins they ignored. Coins they almost threw away. And today, those same coins are being sold for thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now imagine this for a moment. What if one of those coins is already in your possession? What if something small, something you have seen countless times, is actually a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered? Stay with me until the very end of this video, because what I'm about to reveal is not just information, it's an opportunity. And for some of you watching, it could truly change your life. We are diving deep into two incredible coins from the United States that have shocked collectors around the world. These are not ancient coins buried in ruins. They are modern coins, coins that look ordinary at first glance, but carry extraordinary value. The first is the Washington quarter dollar 1987 p. The second, the Washington quarter dollar 1965, that now at first, you might be thinking, I've seen these coins before. And that's exactly what makes this so fascinating, because rarity is not always obvious. Value is not always visible. And sometimes, the most valuable things hide in plain sight. Let's begin with a moment of imagination. Picture yourself sitting at home, maybe going through an old drawer, a small box filled with coins collected over the years. Some from daily change, some saved without reason, some passed down from family. You pick up a quarter. You look at it briefly. It seems normal, worn, familiar. But what if that simple moment, that small decision to look closer, leads you to discover something extraordinary? That is the journey we are taking today. The Washington quarter has a long and respected history in American coinage. First introduced in 1932, it was designed to honor George Washington, one of the most iconic figures in history. Over decades, this coin has passed through millions of hands, witnessing generations of change. But within that long history, certain years stand out. Certain mintings, certain conditions, certain rare characteristics turn an ordinary coin into something collectors are willing to pay life-changing amounts for. Let's talk about the 1987 p. Washington quarter. On the surface, there is nothing dramatic about it. It carries the familiar portrait of George Washington on the front and the traditional eagle design on the reverse used before the state quarters era began. But here's where things begin to shift. In 1987, something unusual happened in the production of quarters. The United States Mint did not release uncirculated sets for public sale in the usual way. This created a situation where high-quality examples of the 1987 p. quarter became significantly harder to find. Now think about that. A coin that was produced, but not widely preserved in pristine condition. Over time, as collectors began to notice this gap, demand started to rise. And when demand rises for something limited, value follows. But that's only part of the story. Because not every 1987 p. quarter is valuable. Condition is everything. Coins that have been circulated, used in daily transactions, often show wear, scratches, fading details, small marks that reduce their appeal to collectors. But coins that remain in near-perfect condition, coins that look almost untouched, those are the ones that command attention. And when we talk about attention in the world of rare coins, we are talking about serious money. Now here is the moment you have been waiting for, right in the middle of this journey, where curiosity meets reality. There are recorded cases where the Washington quarter dollar 1987 p. has reached a value of up to $78,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $78,000 for a single quarter. Take a moment to let that sink in. A coin that once represented just 25 cents, now worth more than what many people earn in an entire year. But again, not every coin reaches that level. The highest values are reserved for coins with exceptional grading, coins that have been carefully preserved, coins that meet strict standards set by professional collectors. Still, the possibility exists, and that possibility is what makes this so exciting. Now let's shift our attention to the second coin, the Washington quarter dollar 1965. This coin represents a turning point in American coinage history. Before 1965, quarters were made with 90% silver. That gave them intrinsic value, a weight and composition that made them desirable even beyond their face value. But in 1965, everything changed. Due to rising silver prices and economic pressure, the United States Mint transitioned to a clad composition, meaning the coin was made from a combination of metals rather than solid silver. This makes the 1965 quarter historically significant. It marks the beginning of a new era. But here's where it gets even more interesting. During times of transition, mistakes can happen. And in the world of coin collecting, mistakes can be incredibly valuable. There have been rare instances where 1965 quarters were mistakenly struck on silver planchets, meaning they were made using the old silver composition instead of the new clad metal. These are not common. In fact, they are extremely rare, and because they are so rare, collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts to own one. Now imagine holding a 1965 quarter in your hand. It looks like any other coin from that year. But what if it isn't? What if it carries that rare composition, that hidden detail that transforms it from ordinary to extraordinary? This is where knowledge becomes power, because without knowing what to look for, these coins can easily be overlooked. They can be spent, forgotten, or lost. But with awareness, everything changes. And now, as we reach another critical moment in this story, let's talk about its value. There are examples where the Washington quarter 1965 has reached a staggering value of up to $134,134,000 for a single coin. Pause for a moment. Think about that number. Think about what it could mean for you, for your family, for your future. This is not just about coins anymore. This is about possibility. This is about discovery. This is about seeing value where others see nothing. And this is exactly why you need to watch this video until the end, because the details we continue to uncover could change the way you look at every coin you own. Now let's go deeper, because understanding value is not just about knowing numbers, it's about knowing what creates those numbers. Collectors look for several key factors: condition, rarity, historical significance, and uniqueness. For the 1987 P quarter, rarity and high-grade condition plays a major role. For the 1965 quarter, it's all about composition and minting errors. But beyond these technical details, there is something else at play: emotion, connection, the thrill of finding something rare, the excitement of holding history in your hands. And that is something no price tag can fully capture. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly looked at your coins? Not just glanced at them, but really looked. Examine the details, the dates, the mint marks. Because sometimes the difference between a common coin and a rare one is so small, it can be missed in a second, and that second could cost you thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's why collectors spend years learning, studying, observing. Because in this world, knowledge is not just power, it is profit. And now, as we continue this journey together on Expensive Coins History Channel, remember this: every coin has a story, every detail matters, and every discovery begins with a simple decision to look closer at us. Oh, don't go anywhere, because what comes next will take everything we've discussed and bring it even closer to your reality. Stay with me, because this might be the moment that changes everything for you. Now, stay with me, because this is where everything starts to come together in a way that most people never take the time to understand. Up to this point, we've talked about two coins: the Washington quarter dollar 1987 P and the Washington quarter dollar 1965. We've talked about their rarity, their history, and the shocking values they have reached in the collector market. But now, let's bring this closer to you, because this is not just about coins that exist somewhere far away in auctions or private collections. This is about coins that could be sitting in your home right now, quietly waiting, unnoticed. Think about your daily life. Think about the coins you receive in change, the coins stored in jars, the ones tucked away in drawers, or even those kept in old wallets and boxes that haven't been opened in years. Most people don't look twice. Most people assume that a coin is just a coin, but you are not most people anymore. Because now, you know something they don't. Let's slow down for a moment and really understand what you should be looking for. Take the 1987 P Washington quarter again. When you find one, don't rush. Hold it gently. Look at the surface under good lighting. Notice the shine, the sharpness of the design, the clarity of the details on George Washington's portrait. Coins that appear almost untouched, coins without scratches, dullness, or heavy wear. Those are the ones that attract attention. Even the smallest detail matters: the edges, the lettering, the eagle on the reverse. Collectors don't just see a coin, they see condition, preservation, and history frozen in time. Now think about this. How many times have you handled coins without paying attention? How many opportunities may have already passed through your hands? This is not meant to make you feel regret. This is meant to awaken awareness. Because from this moment forward, every coin you see becomes a possibility. Now let's move to the 1965 Washington quarter again, because this one carries a different kind of excitement. Here, you are not just looking for condition. You are looking for something deeper, something hidden. Composition. The rare silver versions of the 1965 quarter are not obvious at first glance, but there are ways to notice small differences. Weight, sound. Even the color tone can sometimes give a clue that a silver coin often has a slightly different shine, a softer, more classic tone compared to the standard clad version. And when gently tapped, it produces a distinct ringing sound, different from the duller sound of modern metal combinations. These are small details, but small details can lead to life-changing discoveries. Imagine this scenario. You're sitting quietly one evening. You have a handful of coins in front of you. You start checking them, one by one, slowly, carefully to at first. It feels like nothing, just ordinary coins. But then, something catches your attention. A date. Your curiosity grows. You examine it more closely. The weight feels slightly different. The shine looks unusual. Your heart begins to beat a little faster. Could it be? This is the moment where everything changes. Because if that coin turns out to be one of those rare silver-struck versions, you are no longer holding 25 cents. You are holding something that could be worth up to $134,000. And that is not just value. That is transformation. This is why I keep saying, watch this video till the end, because understanding these details is not just interesting, it is powerful. Now let's talk about something equally important. Patience. In today's fast-paced world, people want quick results, quick money, instant success. But the world of coin collecting does not work that way. It rewards those who are patient, those who observe, those who take the time to learn and understand. You might check 10 coins, 20 coins, even 100 coins, and find nothing. And that's okay, because it only takes just one coin, one discovery, one moment to change everything. And that is not an exaggeration. That is reality. There are real stories of people who discovered valuable coins in the most unexpected places. Coins inherited from family members, coins found in old piggy banks, coins received as simple change from everyday purchases. These stories are not myths. They are real, and they continue to happen, even today. But here's the difference between those who find value and those who miss it. Awareness. Those who know what to look for see opportunities where others see nothing. Those who don't, let those opportunities slip away. So now, let me ask you again, what if one of these coins is already with you? What if, after this video, you go and check your collection and you find something unexpected? What if this moment, right now, is the beginning of that discovery? This is why being part of Expensive Coins History Channel is not just about watching videos, that it's about learning, that it's about growing your knowledge. It's about training your eyes to see what others overlook. And most importantly, it's about giving yourself a chance to discover something valuable, a chance to change your financial situation, a chance to turn something small into something extraordinary. Now, as we move toward the end of this journey, I want you to reflect on something important. Value is not always visible. Sometimes it is hidden beneath time, wear, and ordinary appearances. Sometimes it is waiting for the right person to recognize it. And that person could be you, but only if you take action, only if you start looking, only if you remain curious, because curiosity leads to discovery, and discovery leads to opportunity. Before we close, I want to remind you once more, the Washington quarter dollar 1987p, with recorded values reaching up to $78,000 in exceptional condition, and the Washington quarter dollar 1965, with rare versions reaching up to $134,000 due to unique composition errors. These are not just numbers. These are possibilities, real possibilities. Don't ignore the coins in your home. Don't underestimate what you already have. And most importantly, don't miss the chance to discover something that could truly change your life. Take some time after this video. Open that drawer, check that jar, look through those old collections, Because you never know, the next coin you pick up might not just be a coin.it, might be a hidden treasure. Thank you for spending your time here on Expensive Coins History Channel. Stay curious, stay patient, and keep searching because your discovery might be closer than you think.